All right. What's up, guys? Luke is here. Just got another video for you. I had a question come across that one of my buddies of mine actually sent me, and this was posted about 16 hours ago, it says, so I'm hoping that this video finds this gentleman quickly. But let's get right into it. I'm going to read the question. I'm going to kind of give you my 2 cents, and we'll go from there. I'm going to try to help this guy. So this is the question. He's a 24-year-old male, so pretty younger guy, just kind of starting out in his prime, I would say, anyway. He works 7 days a week. That's rough. I've been there. I'm still there, technically, but my side work is what I do on my Saturdays and Sundays, so I do understand what it's like to work 7 days a week. That's tough. It's hard to have any kind of relationship when you're working like that. Sunday, I have less work, but still, it's usually a half day. I don't have friends or go out, so my free time I watch Netflix or play video games. This is fine for my life now that I have no need for a social life, but I do want sex. It's understandable. I mean, I do look decent. I am decently handsome. I tried creating online dating accounts and got only one match over the course of 2 weeks. That did not work out. After taking some advice from here and there, I got to know that I look lonely in my pictures. Okay, I feel like I'm missing my sex life. I have many kinks to explore, LOL. Okay, well, yeah, you gotta actually find a woman first who will actually explore those things with you. He did do some responding in the comments, so there were some people who did ask some further questions. He's saying he doesn't have enough time to pursue any hobbies. He likes to cycle and he likes to fish, I'm guessing is what that means. And then he says he can't change his job at this time, and he thinks he's too late to make a social life, and he wants nothing from a woman apart from sex. Yeah, and somebody responded, said find a hooker. I guess that's that is what it is, but it is a solution if that's all he's looking for. But I'm going to kind of go through it and just kind of dissect it. Working 7 days a week does suck, but there's no way that you're working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, okay? You're usually awake for 12 to 14 hours of the day. There's no way that you're working 12 to 14 hours Monday through Monday. There's just no way. If you say that, you're lying. If it's, I could understand if it was you were a business owner and that literally required that much of your time, but he doesn't say anything in here about being a business owner. He doesn't specify that at all. It's just a regular job. So I'm assuming he's getting off at around 5 o'clock, just like everybody else, and earlier on Sundays, which is good. That's enough time to have a social life if you want one. I did it. I was working the same amount of hours, the same amount of days as you. I still am pretty much. And I have been able to maintain a relationship for the last 5 years. So this is a case of not being able to find the right woman, and this is a case of you don't really want to invest in a relationship because you only want the sexual aspect of it, and that's not how it works. If you want a social life, if you want a girlfriend, if you want a significant other, if you want someone who is going to be with you for the rest of your life, these are the sacrifices that you are going to have to make. You get off at 5 o'clock, you go home, you shower, you're ready at 6, you tell your significant other you're going to pick them up for dinner around 7 o'clock, you take them out for dinner, you come home at 9, take the dog out, go to bed. You could do that Monday through Friday. And then on Sunday, when you get off at 1 o'clock, go home, shower, be ready by 2 o'clock, take her out, do a weekend activity, take her putt-putt golfing, take her to a movie, take her to the beach. You have all day. You could be together for 6, 7, 8 hours if you wanted to. Eventually once you get past this part and you guys move in together, you're going to move past this problem entirely. The part about not having any friends or anything like that, that also is it's the same thing. I'm sure that you have people that you work with who have tried to say, hey, let's hang out after work. I'm sure that they've tried to say, hey, let's grab a beer or something like that at your job. I guarantee it, because it happened to me. It happens to everybody. Or you meet someone, if you work in a sales position or something like that, and a customer's really cool and they say they want to hang out with you. You're denying these people. You're denying these people, and you're denying yourself the friendship. It's not a case of nobody wants to be friends with me. There are plenty of people out there who are just as lonely as you, and they're looking for friends as well. And what you're doing is you're denying them. It's plain and simple. You say you're a good-looking guy. I don't have any evidence to suggest that that may or may not be true. I'm going to take your word on it. Got one match on his online dating account. Okay, online dating in this day and age is terrible. I have many friends who do online dating, my best friends, as a matter of fact, and I'm very close to them, and I try to help them as much as I can, but it's getting lost in today's society. Face-to-face interaction is the only way to go. It's the only way you're going to really create. There are outliers. It's the only way you're going to create a real long-lasting relationship, is when you see somebody out in public and you make that eye contact, she makes the eye contact with you, that she finds you attractive, and there are sparks flying, and you make eye contact with her back, and you're like, oh yeah, she is pretty good looking. I'm going to go talk to her. And you go and talk to her, and you guys hit it off. There's nothing better than that. There's nothing better than that, and that's how you create a long-lasting relationship. It's none of this Tinder, swipe on Tinder, 80% of them don't respond, you never get a message back, it makes no sense. Online dating is just stupid. It's just another form of social media, and girls literally view it as a video game. They don't take anything that you're saying in their Tinder DMs seriously at all. They think it's a game. It's literally a game on their phone. And when they're on there, they're swiping and they're talking to you. They see you the same thing as they see an AI chatbot. That's all you are to them. So 99.89% of all the interactions that you're going to have on Tinder are never going to see real life. Of course, there are outliers. If you're extremely good looking, or you just so happen to, or you're scraping the bottom of the barrel. Simple as that. He didn't work out. After taking some advice from here, I realized I was lonely in my pictures. Again, with the online dating thing, you should have a strong social media presence. Not like you should have a high follower count, but when you give a girl your Instagram, your pictures on there should be of high quality. They don't even need to be like exquisite, but they just need to be of high quality. So people associate low quality like video and photo formats as you're broke. Like they associate it with like you have an Android phone, which if you ask any woman is a turn off, which is crazy. I have an Android phone, so maybe that explains a lot about me or who I am as a person. But yeah, most girls, they see that you have an Android, they're like, that's ridiculous, you're broke. Even though my phone's like double the cost of an iPhone, but whatever. That's besides the point. That's for a different video. But the other thing I wanted to kind of explore was this: that you only want sex out of a relationship with a woman. That is societal programming at its best. You only wanting sex with a girl is immature. It shows that you're not you're a 24-year-old male. I'm 2 years older than you. And you're still not fully developed emotionally. And I can see that in this post. I can see that your social life is struggling, and I can see that you're struggling. You have got to change that outlook towards women. They're not... I gotta be very careful. They're not just sexual objects, and I'm not saying that that's not a very important part of the relationship, but they're not. And especially if you think that, you can't let the woman know that you think that way about her. If she has any inkling that you're just using her as a sexual object, as a sexual toy, she will make you pay for it tenfold. Like, they'll drop you so fast. They'll ridicule you. They'll send your your simping conversations that you had in private with her over text to all of her friends in this group chat, and they'll all make fun of you. It just don't do that. Even if you do think that, you cannot let the woman know that you think that way. I suggest you don't think that way, period, because you need, it's my belief that any man needs a strong woman to be a partner. It needs to be a synergetic relationship between the two of them. One does not work at its full potential without the other. My girl's the one who like keeps me in check. If I forget to go to the gym, one day she's right there. She'll say, "Hey, did you go to the gym today? Because I'm gonna go for a run." It's not like a competition, but it's just like she checks me. It's a checks and balance, just like any government, just like any person who has. And I'm not talking about like I have an empire going on where I'm like, you know, a multi-billionaire or whatever. But I have a simple life, but I have a lot of things that need to get done. I have my business. I have my regular job. I have multiple vehicles I maintain. I sell vehicles on the side. I don't have a dealership physical building per se, but I have my dealer's license, and I always have a few cars for sale at any given time. On the side of my side business, which is I work with engines, and then my day job, which I also work with engines, but in a different form and fashion, without getting into too much specifics. And that's what you need. You need a synergetic relationship with a woman. And vice versa. If you're a woman watching this video, this really isn't geared towards you, to be honest, but it's the same thing. You need a strong man at your side. You need someone who is going to protect you and pump your gas for you when your car is low, so you don't have to go to the gas station. You know, hold the door open for you and treat you that way. If there's loyalty there, it's not simping. And especially if you're investing in the relationship thinking long term, that's not what it is. So, a lot of people have different opinions about that, but that's mine. But you really have to change, this gentleman really has to change his perspective on women. And if not, you never write this sentence again. Never write this sentence again and let anyone know that you think this way about women, that they're only needed for sex, because you'll never get any. I'm telling you, you'll never get any if that's the way you think. You have to stop listening to some of these influencers, which is part of the reason why I'm doing this, because there's nobody who's out here who's level-headed. It's one or the other. Women are sex objects, or we need them desperately and we need to kiss their feet. No, it's right in the middle of that. You should treat your woman with respect, as long as she treats you with respect. And that's it. It's not, I don't worship her, the ground that she walks on, neither does she mine. And also, I don't treat her like garbage. I don't just call her and say, "Come over here and let's do something in the middle of the night and have a good time," and then you go home and do the walk of shame in the morning. You'll get nothing out of it. Trust me, you'll get nothing out of it. I know people say that, and you're just like, "Oh, whatever, yeah. Lust overtakes you and whatever." I'm telling you, you'll get nothing out of it. Nothing. You will be, a year from now, you will be sitting alone in your room, and you will be thinking about all the women that you've had needless sexual encounters with, stupid sexual encounters with, and it's all for nothing. And you may even walk away with a disease as your prize, as your penance. So, however you want to look at it. But yeah, I'm rambling. So, but you get the gist, man. You get the gist. Thanks for watching. I'm praying for you. I hope I answered your question. And any other questions, send them to my DM on YouTube. I guess you can do that. So, thanks for watching. Bye.